Hey guys, welcome back. In the last session, we have created the customer service and the customer repository. Now in this session, what I'll do is I'll be creating a customer controller. Okay, let me create a customer controller class. I'll be creating a customer controller. Oh, I have to add this customer. I have to create a package to add this customer controller. Let me create a package. I'll be storing all the controllers in this package. Let me push this customer controller to controller. Okay, so we have a customer controller in this controller package. Now this is fine. So now this is a normal customer control. This is a normal class. Now I want to make this class as a controller. I'll be using a REST controller annotation to make this class as a customer controller. Now this customer controller will be getting the customer details, and we will be giving this customer details back to the customer service. Okay, the customer service internally, the customer service, you can see here, the customer service internally connecting with the customer repository to store the customer details. Okay, so it's better to create the customer service as a property in the customer controller. Let's write it. Private customer service, that's fine. So now what I'll do is I'll be inserting the I'll be writing a method in the customer controller. That method will be taking the customer as a parameter, and it will be inserting the customer details. And it will be sending the customer details to the customer service. Customer service will be connecting to the repository, and it will be saving the customer details. Let me add the method called public add new customer. Okay, this will be taking the customer. Okay, so I'll be sending. Okay, fine, let me write it completely, then I'll explain you. Okay, customer. Now this will be returning the customer. Okay, correct, fine. So now here I'll be using the customer service. I'll call the add method of the customer service by passing the customer details. Now we are returning this customer. So this add customer is returning the customer detail. That's what I'm doing over here. I'm directly returning the customer. Let me import the customer first. So imported the customer, and this is a post mapping, and we have to provide the endpoint. For example, slash customers is the endpoint we have. Okay, and we should be providing some request mapping. Like before the customers, we should be adding some request mapping details, the URI details slash API slash v1. Okay, under this we have this customer. Okay, and we have the customer's endpoint. So now fine, we have we are reading the customer from the postman. So from where the customer details are coming from, the request body. So I'll be using a request body annotation to read the customer details from the postman. Okay, import it. That's fine. So we have imported the request body. So in this session, what we have done, we have created the customer controller, and we have created a method called add new customer, which will be taking the customer as the parameter, and it will be we will be using this. So we will be using this customer, and we will be sending to the customer service. Customer service internally, it will be connecting with the customer repository to save the customer. Okay, so I hope this is fine. Okay, this is looking fine now. Let me run this application. This time the customer object would be, the customer table would be created, and it whatever the entry we are sending it from the postman, it will be saving into the database. Let's see. Now you can see, let me move this bit up. The customer service application started on Tomcat 8081. Okay, so let me go to the postman. Let me send the request. So http:// local host colon 8081 slash API slash v1 slash customer. Okay, so now we have to send the request body actually. So you can see that the request we have to say, we have to click on the body and we have to choose the raw, and here we have a text, JSON, JavaScript, HTML and XML, all these things we have, but we will be selecting JSON. We will be sending the request body in JSON format. Okay. Fine. Let me copy this one. Just observe it what I'm doing actually. So here, see, if you want to send the data in JSON, so if you want to send the data to the from the postman to the controller, I have chosen the JSON format. Okay, so the JSON will be having the key and value. Now, if you see here in your customer class, the customer class will be having all this ID, name, email, mobile number. So you don't need to send the ID because the ID will be automatically generated by the JPA. Okay, you don't need to do it. So you have to pass name, email and mobile number. These are the three things you have to pass it. Okay, so let me send name. Let's say Sajjad Ali Khan Nawab, and name, email. Okay, so let me give the email Sajjad Ali Khan dot NAWAB Nawab at gmail.com, and let's give me the mobile number. I'll be giving the mobile number. Okay, I'll give the mobile number. Some mobile number I'll give. Okay, so this is the mobile number. Okay, now let's send the request. This is a post request, not get request. Change it to the post. Okay, so now when you send the request, now a new entry will be created in the customer table. Okay, and the ID would be 1, and all these details will be stored into the customer database customer table. Let me send the request. Okay, so it is coming some exception actually. Let me see the exception. We got some beautiful exception. Can you think why it is coming? See, you can see here now we are getting the null pointer exception. It is saying that cannot invoke the customer service add customer, because here you can see intentionally I haven't written the at auto while over here. Okay, so here we haven't written at auto while we have to inject. We have to tell that by saying the auto while we have to tell the spring. So this is the customer service is the component we are adding as a property, and we are auto wiring this property by customer service. Now can you rebuild your application, restart your application? Now this time you won't be throwing any exception. Now the application is starting up. The application is started on Tomcat 8081. So now let's send the request. Now this time you'll be getting the response. See, so you will be getting the response. The ID is 1 and the name Sajjad Ali Khan Nawab, email and so on, so mobile number. Let's go and check the database. Let me go and check the database. Okay, so we have a customer service database. Let me refresh this one. So we have a tables called a customer. So the customer tables will be having this details Sajjad Ali Khan Nawab. Okay, let me refresh this one. Okay, Sajjad Ali Khan Nawab, mobile number is so and so, and the name is Sajjad Ali Khan Nawab. Okay, so this is how you will be inserting the data to the customer. So I'll be giving the getting the I'll be in the next session. We will be doing is we will be writing a get request actually to retrieve these details actually. Okay, so I hope this is fine. In the next session we will be learning about the retrieving the data from the database. Okay, until then, thank you for watching.